All right, so let's jump right back into things, looking at the quadratic equation again. So let's see if we can't find the roots to this question. Um, just in case you don't remember. Oh, I forgot. All right, now it should go bye-bye. Actually, where'd it go? I know that's going to be a problem later. So there we go. The reason it makes a difference is that when I change this into a PDF, that it won't record. It'll record the thing with it there, not with it cleared. So if you want to do it on your own, put me to pause. Otherwise, I'm off to the races. Um, oh, hey, look at that, man. Oh, no, no, stop. And I don't know. I always make that sign too short. And I don't know why I don't just extend it. But for some reason, I do what I do, and I'm happy with it. So, meh. Oops, that should be 24, and this should be 25. So that's, what is that, 4 over 2, which equals 2. And that is negative 6 over 2, which equals negative 3. Therefore, 2 roots. Okay. All right. No problem. Oh, I lost my negative sign. All right. So many things. Let's try another one. That's right. Let's do it. And I do want you to use the quadratic equation. There we go again. Probably one of those just habit things that I got into. And really isn't a big deal. 36. Sorry, sometimes I get thinking about the next line and I forget to finish off what I'm doing. Square root of 0 is 0. 6 plus or minus 0 doesn't matter. It's still 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And last but not least, I know a few of you were looking at me and you were about to start yelling, weren't you? 840. 34, 24. Hopefully, you are already aware, can't square root negatives. Can't be done. Therefore, there are no roots. Okay? So there is no solution. It's another way of saying it. The discriminant is the value under the square root sign. So we place importance on this to decide, it tells us how many roots there are. Now, personally, I am not a big fan of the discriminant. I kind of figured that if you start doing the quadratic equation and discover, hey, I got a negative sign under my radical, then I can't do anymore. And for the amount of extra work, it doesn't make a difference. But they like to teach it, and they like us to teach it. And to be honest, I like the extra practice because I find one class isn't quite enough to get the quadratic equation sorted. Anyways, if d is positive, then you got two roots, which we found here. Where'd we go? There we are. D is a positive 25, so we got two roots. If D was 0, then you got one root, which is what we found here, right? Your discriminant is 0. And if D is negative, then there are no roots, and that's the example that we just went through. It's handy to know so you can double check your solutions. And I will do this. It doesn't translate onto the page, but there's a lot of times where I don't know, there's a ball flying through the air, and I would expect to get two answers because, of course, the ball hits the ground. And for some reason, I get no answers. So it tells me I will double check my discriminant. And if the discriminant does say that there are no answers, then I will reread the question to figure out what I've misunderstood. Or I'll double check to make sure that I'm putting my discriminant together properly, which does happen. I do make mistakes every once in a while. We all do. So remember the quadratic roots equation. The discriminant is the part under the square roots. If it's greater than 0, then you have two roots. If it equals 0, then there's one solution. And if d is less than 0, then you have no solutions. All right. So here's your homework, and enjoy.